Hello there. If you're new around here, my name is Zach and I live in this van which I call Gertie with my dog Winter, and we are currently in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan trying to see every site that we can see. You might notice in this video I seem a little bit rushed, and that's because the really nice weather window that I had for a couple of days is going to be slamming shut in a couple of days, and I'm really trying to see everything I can in the Upper Peninsula before fall and subsequently winter weather shows up. So if it seems like I'm a little rushed, that's why. Currently in the video you find us on our morning walk as we set off for the coast of Lake Superior to check out Pictured Rocks and a place called Miner's Castle. So I hope you enjoy the video and thank you for watching. Hello and welcome to this video. After driving for about an hour through some beautiful tree tunnels, I just arrived at Pictured Rocks and Miner's Castle, two places that were recommended to me yesterday while I was hanging out at the lighthouse. So I drove all the way up here to check them out at the shore of Lake Superior. There's a couple more things I want to see in town. Hopefully I have enough time. It's about 4 p.m. right now, and that's quite a stretch. But we're going to do the best we can and try to check everything out before I start making my way out of the Upper Peninsula of Michigan tomorrow. I'm not sure how much talking to the camera I'll be able to do. I didn't bring the microphone, so if it's windy, you won't be able to hear me very well. And there's quite a few people, and it's really awkward when it's just one person. If there's a couple people filming each other and stuff, it's not so weird, but just me, it's hard to get used to. But I can get you some great shots, and that's what voiceover's for.
Getting heavy to breathe. How are you pulling closer to me? Every detail burned into my mind. The stars in your eyes, the way you hold me like I was lost, like you would pay whatever the cost. All the candles close to fade, and now they flicker.
Pictured Rocks derives its name from the 15 miles of colorful 500-million-year-old sandstone cliffs that can reach up to 200 feet above the lake level. Miner's Castle is a named formation that used to look more like a multi-turreted castle. Unfortunately, it suffered a collapse of one of its two turrets in 2006. Sculpted by nature, the lakeshore is always changing. Well, I just got back from walking down to Pictured Rocks and checking out the Miners' Castle. That was amazing. So, having checked this place out and been pretty impressed with not only the views of the ginormous cliffs, but the blueness of the water and the stunning, beautiful, amazing walk around the place through all the fall foliage and the beautiful steps and even the friendly people. Everybody seems to be having a good time out here. I would definitely recommend checking out one of the boat tours because the view from the water level must be incredible. I'll have to leave that for the next time I visit because I got to get moving and I'm cheap. But maybe next time. I highly recommend coming up here to Pictured Rocks and Miners' Castle. You need to come to the UP. Let's get to the next site and I'll see you there. I'm here in the lovely coastal town of Munising, and it is actually on the north coast. I don't know if I covered that, but we are on the coast of Lake Superior, and here is the Munising Lighthouse. The weird part about this lighthouse is it's not the only one in this town, and there's actually one just up behind it. Let's go check that one out, and then I'll tell you why there's two. So over here is the other lighthouse. This one's significantly smaller, probably because it's up on the hill. Okay, so here's the back lighthouse. This one, what it does is it lines up with the other one, and then the sailors, as they're coming through the strait, can line up the two lighthouses and they know they're heading in the right direction. They might, I'm not sure what the instruments they'd use to do that or if they just use their sight, but that allowed them to come safely through the strait and know right where the town was and get the proper route through instead of crashing into the rocks. But there's people's houses here, so I'm gonna take off, but it's really cool to see this little lighthouse up here and know how it lines up down the road. Okay, so I have one, maybe two more places I want to check out in Munising. One of them is another suggestion from Sis, and it's a set of it's some waterfalls. So I'm gonna go check out these waterfalls, and then I'm probably gonna find myself some food. Well, unfortunately, that was a bit of a bust. So I went to go to the waterfall, and it was closed, or at least the visitor center was, and it's just a little bit too late for me to try to go check it out. It's about 6:20 p.m. and I'm just tired. It's been a long day. It's been a long 10 days, so I think I'm just going to call it today. Munising is a great little city, or great little coastal town. I highly recommend checking it out. The lighthouse is cool. The coastline is beautiful. There's parks everywhere. There's tons and tons of tourist things to do, and they have a great fish and chips place. Unfortunately, in the off season, the food portion of that business is closed, so all they're doing is selling fresh caught fish, which is pretty useless to me. I can cook it, but honestly it's just going to smell up the van, and I didn't really want to deal with that. So we're just going to press on. I'm going to try to drive an hour east today. That way I'll be a little bit closer to what I want to check out tomorrow, and hopefully it goes a little bit smoother. I really hope you enjoyed our visit to Pictured Rocks and seeing the Miners' Castle. Those things worked out spectacularly. Unfortunately, I just missed it at the later part of the day. Tomorrow, I got some pretty exciting stuff in store. I'm really hoping that that works out great. I think it will. And then we're gonna cross into the Lower Peninsula of Michigan and continue our journey from there. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.
Keep traveling on and on and on and on and on. A world out there to see. waits for you and me. Keep traveling on and on and on and on and on. Find a place to make our own. We mark a spot that no one knows it's ours, off in the unknown. 'Cause this is where I wanna be, with you right here next to me. Don't know, but let's find out where it goes. Keep traveling.